Wayne Jr., my brother, salute. Syndicate J, Dimitri Cohen, Domasation, Jay Lee, Emmanuel Momo, Adrian Cole, Free Smoke, Scant Rant, salute. We're going to have a special guest today. Y'all can hear me? Unfinished Business, OG Eric in St. Louis. Free Smoke, Unfinished Business. Adili Ascari, MMB. Emmanuel Momo, Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. What's good with you, young fella? Rex Jamal, Tim Allen, salute. New Jersey, Nicholas McDowell, Ghetto Love, salute. We're going to have a very special guest on today. D-Man Jr., Tino Perry, Ghetto Love, Adrian Cole, salute. We're going to have a very special guest on today. Joseph Carabello, Bello, salute. Whoa. Almond Rod, salute. We're going to have a special guest on today. Devin Haney's trainer and former world champion himself, my brother, Mickey Bay, will be in the building today. Syndicate J, salute. BG, salute. Dwayne 3, the GOAT, salute. David, salute. I appreciate you. Snacks B, salute. Skinny Hardaway, salute. Syndicate J, salute. Allah D, Poet, Allah Freehand, salute. Ali Freehand, Ali the Poet, Ali Freehand, salute. Noah McCargo, my baby boy, what's good with you, King? How you feeling, baby boy? My son in the building. Eric Salazar, salute. Reg Loke, Gravy Davy, Scott Birmingham, Steve J, Nuke Juice, A17 Boxing B, salute. Ethan Fresh, Roosevelt Ivy. We're going to talk, man. We're going to cook today, my peoples. We're going to cook today. We're going to cook today. We got a special guest, my brother Mickey Bay, former world champion, now trainer of undefeated WBC lightweight superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, will be in the building today. Anthony Howard, salute. Donald Favors, Kenneth Howard, salute. Reg Lowe. If y'all don't know who Mickey Bay is, man, Damian Wester, Earl Mack, D-Man Jr., salute. G Jr., the Brothers UK. How many likes we got? Snacks B, my brother in the super chat. He said, smash up, people, salute. Salute to you, King. Mario Forster, salute. We're going to have my brother Mickey Bay in the building. Salute to my brother Snacks B in the super chat. He said, smash up, people, salute. Salute to you, King. Tino Perry, salute. He said, can we talk about Loma getting knocked out? Yeah, he going. I think that's my pick. I think that Tim Allen, Mario Forster, salute. I think that, yeah, Mickey Bay was a TMT boxer. He's trained by Floyd Mayweather Sr. He was brought up through the ranking systems by the greatest trainers of all, Manuel Stewart and Floyd Mayweather Sr., Underground Asylum, salute. So Mickey Bay got a lot of knowledge, and he's Devin Haney's current trainer right now. So that's huge. We're going to have him in the building. And we're going to get into all of this. Smash the like button. How many likes we got? I think Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Vasyl Lomachenko because I think he's too young, too strong, too vibrant. You know, OG Sean the Don, salute. My brother Woke in the super chat, he says, salute to the grind. Salute to you, King. I appreciate you. Javon Freeman, salute. So I just think that, you know, Teofimo Lopez power. Salute to my brother Bert from Marketing in the super chat. He said, hit the like button. Salute. Mike Smith, salute. Fly High 89, KF Harris, Chilltown Majors, Adrian Cole, salute. Somebody keep me updated on them likes, man. We got 70 likes. We got 200 people. We should have 200 likes. One honor. Chris Jett, salute. We should have 200 likes. Get the likes up to 200. Get the likes up. Later on 6, salute. My brother in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue Blood. Salute to you, King. Tino Perry said, done. Done what, Tino Perry? You think Lomachenko gonna win? That's your opinion. DeMonte Jones, salute. Ot B. Brown, salute. Ernest Martinez Jr., salute. What you think is undoable? Yahweh Poet, salute. So you tell us why Lomachenko gonna win. So since you so high and you don't think Teofimo Lopez have an opportunity with all the punching power, he's 22 years of age, with the speed and the youth, you don't think he got a chance. Then you don't know boxing. BK Don 718, Jay West, Stephen Brooks, salute. Matthew Valentine, my brother, salute in the super chat. The grind, he said, you meant to say the grind don't stop. Salute to you. Appreciate you, King. Frizzle Rock, salute. Said, I just like the video while making chili. I'm a real one. Salute to you, King. What's blazing in sports? Snacks B, my brother Matthew Valentine. Tim Haney, my brother CB Sports TV in the building. What's good with you, King? I like Russell over Haney at 135. He got to make the fight happen. He got to make the fight happen. Tay Brown, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Why am I lagging, man? I'm lagging. Okay. I was lagging. I don't know why. Ghetto Love, Little Mamba, Mellow S. Keep me updated on them likes. My brother Bish, B Megastar. Salute. My brother CB Sports TV. Salute. So the brother came in here talking about basically Black Star Sports TV. Salute. Stanley Bailey. Salute. Anthony Kyle. Salute. Rel Dan. Salute. Michael Warwick. Salute. 24 Jeezy. Salute. Charles Ramos. Salute. Jesse Cumber. Salute. Jaleel Hunter. Salute. What's good with you, King? 88 Sports Talk. Salute. Sonny Cole. Salute. John Larios. Salute. Lonnie DiCarlo, my brother. Salute. Mo 2013. Salute. So listen, the brother came in here. We got 300 people. How many likes we got? We should have 300 likes, man. We should have at least 300 likes. Easy King. Salute. Jace LA. Salute. We should have at least 300 likes, man. Smash the like button. So listen, right? The brother came in and said, let's talk about why Lomachenko getting knocked out. And I said, because, oh, pardon me, Tino Perry. I stand corrected then. Tino Perry. Hey, Tino Perry, put the slap hand emoji out, Tino Perry. I owe you one. Tino Perry, put the slap hand emoji out because I owe you one, King. Kevin Coleman, salute. CMB 100, salute. Jay Lee, my brother, in the super chat, salute. Blue Home in fresh studio space and road to put in the work. That work. He said, got guests in the building. Everything. Smash that like button, y'all. Support the grind. Yes, sir. My wife started fixing it up so I can have more space and things of that nature. Tino Perry, I owe you one, King. I owe you one. My fault. I stand corrected. Here I go, putting the carriage before the horse. And didn't even, I apologize to you, Tino Perry. Chino Davis, salute. Yellow Jesus, salute. Chino Davis. Slim Jim 314, salute. Ott B Brown, salute. Rodney Potter, salute. Hey, I got to apologize to my brother Tino Perry, man, because I totally misread what he said, and I totally went off the handle, and so I want to apologize to you. I want to apologize to you, good brother. Uncle Amor, salute. Amor, salute. High and Low Sports Room, salute. IBT Immortal Boxing, Truth, salute. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. Air Show Sports, salute. Listen, my people, we got 330 people. We should have 330 likes. So, Devin Haney is waiting for Mr. Gary Russell Jr., Brian Cousins, salute, Brandon Smith, salute, to accept the $1.5 million that he said he was willing to accept for Terrence Crawford. If you're going to accept Dustin Thomas, salute, Chef Curry, salute. If you're going to, we got 140 likes, that don't cut it. That don't work for us. Smash the like button. Kendrick Booker, salute. Anthony Kyle, salute. That don't work for us. We got 330 people. We should have 330 likes. Jace LA's. Oh, for sure. We could talk about it, Jace. No doubt. David Bohannon, salute. John Doe, salute. Smash the like button. Ratchet since 91, salute. We got 350 people. We should have 350 likes. Anthony Ingram, salute. Samuel Demise, salute. Demis, salute. I hope I say your name right. So listen. Devin Haney is saying, well, guess what? We got the 1.5 for you, Mr. Gary Russell Jr., longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing, giving quality for life. Salute. Longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing. Am I freezing again, man? Why is it doing this? So we back. Okay, when I was moving, it was freezing out. Samuel Boyer, Jay Dixon, Randy Ridley, Chris Brown. Usain 007, Jack Third, salute. El Sancho, salute. You ain't missing nothing yet. I ain't get into it yet. Paul Loman, High and Low Sportsman Rum, salute. My brother in the super chat, appreciate you. So Devin Haney, salute in that super chat. Giving quality for life, salute. Ernie Martinez, salute. Quentin Gilliam, salute. Michael Richardson, salute. Eric Salazar, salute. So now, who got my brother Dog 215 in here? Deacon 305, salute. Alan Turner, salute. My brother Deacon 305 in the building. What's good? Dog 215, DOG 215, my brother, salute. Boxing with straight right, salute. Fly High 89, Dominique Richardson, salute. So, Pandemonium, Hot Boy Panda, salute. Yeah, we got it. Gary, you got to respond, baby. Zone Deuce, salute. Salute to my brother Slim Jim 314 in the super chat. Who do you think will win, Devin or Russell, and why? I'm going with Devin Haney. Big BD, salute. Derek Mitchell, salute. Snacks B, salute. Carla Jenkins, for your entertainment, salute. Mellow S, salute. I'm high on Devin Haney, his skill set. I-Bomb Mac Group, salute. C Cut, salute. I think he win by decision. NBA D Nice, salute. My brother Tino Perry agreed with me too. He said Devin Haney by decision. TSO, salute. Javar Freeman, salute. I Bust Heads, salute. So smash the like button, man. We got 415 people. Let's get 415 likes. I'm going to bring in my brother Mickey Bay in a second. Sonny Cole, salute. My brother in the super chat. Blue, I'm not a troll. I'm a good friend of Deontay Wilder. The last time I was commenting on Deontay Wilder's condition, I was blocked. I was just letting people know that what his brother was saying is true. I go by Sonny Shook. Son Shook. Okay, King. Who blocked you? Don't block Sonny Cole. Silverback Southpaw, salute. Marcus Taylor, salute. We got 415 people. Let's get 415 likes. How many likes we got? Sherman Bray, salute. Gary T.H., salute. Checking in from Olympia, Washington, salute. Steve J. C. Cut, what's good? Salute. Don Banks, salute. So, I'm going to have Devin Haney, trainer and former world champion in his own right, Mickey Bay, in the building. Okay? Mickey Bay used to be one of my favorite fighters when he was active. RG Shep, salute. Brendan Sanders, salute. And I love the pairing between Mickey Bay and Devin Haney. Bunny B.A., salute. Raymond Morning, salute. Black Ranger Boxer, salute. And so, let's get back to this. We're going to get into a couple of things before we bring Mickey Bay in the building. Joseph Nicholson, Black Belt Ben, salute. Listen, we got 420 people. We should have 420 likes, man. We got 420 people. We should have 420 likes. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. We got 420 people. We should have 420 likes. Jose Soto, salute. Mr. Kaboom, salute. So now, let's think about this, right? If you're willing to take 1.5 for the Terence Crawford fight, and I understand, and I like Gary Russell Jr., so before people come and they say, Retros for Life, 79 boxers, Scott Birmingham, salute. Before they come in here and they start saying Blue don't like Gary Russell, Mike Leon, salute. I like Gary Russell Jr. But we gotta we got to call a spade, right? If you're going to say you can take 1.5 for Terence Crawford, who is the pound for pound, recognized as the pound for pound best fighter in the world, and not to mention Craig Rogers, salute. Derek Lance, salute. And then I understand you saying it's personal, right? Because of Terence Crawford, his stance. Bruno Wakanda, salute. Well, you got to look at it from this standpoint. You called out Devin Haney. You said Devin Haney, they didn't want the action. Right? Baby D, Star City J, salute. Corey Parker, salute. Skinny Hardaway, my brother, salute. You can't call out Devin Haney and say he was avoiding you. And then Bill comes on, Marcus Cano, my brother in the super chat, says, salute, bro. What's good? Same old king. Then Bill comes on and he said, we made you an offer, but you wasn't happy with the offer. Action maintained, salute. Moses made, salute. And then he goes, well, I think we could get more money. Big Zo, Superb Supreme, salute. You can't say Sean Snowden, salute. You can't say, I think that we could get more money. And I understand that thought pattern as well. But then you can't say, I'll take Terence Crawford for 1.5 and replace Kell Brook. By the way, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom CEO and promoter of Kell Brook, came out and said that that's too low of an offer and they were not willing to accept that. Stewie Huey, salute. As we already knew. As we already knew that they wasn't going to take that offer, right? So now Gary Russell came and he said, well, I'll fight you coming up from 21-pound weight jump from 126 to welterweight 147 to challenge Terence Crawford. Don Banks, salute. So now you can't say Chris Colin, salute. Jose Perez, father of game, salute. Yeah, Devin Haney is out here trying to actually make these fights. Go Flow, salute. Barry Wilson, salute. And this is what we ask of our fighters. And he's trying to make these fights. So now he's saying, I'll give that 1.5 to Gary Russell Jr. to make this fight happen. So that means he's willing to sidestep the Yuriokis Gamboa fight. OBJ, official Black Justice, salute. Brother Moses, my brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, salute. Salute to you, King. Hubble Telescope, salute. Chris Brown, King Vonnie 86. Mr. Pazor, Tony Jones, salute. Awesomeness, salute. Larry Lawson 83, salute. You can't. So now he's saying, well, everybody was automatically started to complain about him fighting Yuriokis Gamboa. Asarala Shapash Ben Yawada, salute. Tunnel Vision, salute. OG Sean the Don, salute. So now he's saying, I'll give Gary Russell, you said 1.5 for the Crawford? Candyman, salute. I'll give you 1.5. Let's make it happen. Gary, you can't say now that Devin, because see what happened was you called out Devin and said he's avoiding you. Cedric Battle, salute. So they said, okay, Bill came on the show. They was both on the show. Shout out to my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations. Chase Gardino, salute. Don Banks, salute. They was both on the show. Samuel Watson, salute. And he said, call Al, tell Al, come up with an offer, and we'll make it happen. JX 113, 137, Giles, salute. And now Haney is saying, and then you never really responded to that. You never responded at all. We haven't heard anything publicly. And you've been challenging Terence Crawford, which I love. Right? Which I love. But then, at the end of the day, now Devin Haney is saying, we got the 1.5 right now. Let's make it happen. Everything Boxing and Sports, my brother Keon, salute. Go subscribe to my brother, Everything Boxing and Sports, my brother Keon. Brooklyn Alpha, salute. So now Devin Haney is saying, I got the 1.5 for you right now. Let's make it happen. You got to respond to that just in the same manner that you're saying that Terence Crawford is not responding to you and you making him offers. You said Devin Haney was avoiding you. Now Devin Haney is saying, if you're willing to take that 1.5 for Terence Crawford, we got that 1.5 right now for you. Rod C, salute. Pugilist Shiznit, salute. You got to respond to that. See, the problem comes in. James Vaughn, salute. Take your cut, salute. The problem that comes in with that is this. You cannot, at that point in time now, he can't say, well, I want more money for Devin Haney fight. Because see, now the boxing fans and the public and the pundits is going to say, well, why you want more money for Devin Haney than you do for Terence Crawford? Mark Wonderlick, salute. Mr. DJ C92, salute. Y'all know here we're going to keep it 1,000. And I love Gary Russell Jr. I love the whole Russell family. But listen, from what's being put in the public, Baby D, salute. Rab, salute. You can't, now you got to say 1.5 is good enough for you for a Crawford fight. 1.5 got to be good for you for a Devin Haney fight. It got to be. So y'all know me here, man. I'm going to call a spade a spade. Bumpy Thompson, my brother, salute. Stephen Brooks, salute. I'm going to call a spade a spade. We got 600 people. We should have 600 likes. I don't know how many likes we got. Boxing Dad, salute. But we should have 600 likes. Mighty Quinn, salute. He says personal with Crawford. Yeah, I understand that. Tex Mason, salute. I understand that. The Mighty Quinn, salute. Stiff Jab, salute. I understand that he's saying because Terence Crawford said, see, here's the kicker, though. I'm going to break this down to y'all. George Patterson, salute. We got 600 people. We should have 600 likes. So, Dante Taylor, salute. Calvin Johnson, salute. So, here's the thing about this, though. You can't say, well, it's personal for you, D, peace and blessings, Queen. You can't say, well, it's personal for me and Terence Crawford because of what Terence Crawford said about me. Because then you got to look at it from this standpoint. Well, it's personal for Devin Haney because you said Devin Haney was avoiding you live in public. Damon Westler, salute my brother in the super chat. Blue, I love the unbiased commentary, B. No doubt. You're going to get the real from me all the time. Right? So, Jerry G, salute. So you can't say it's Jashawn Giles, salute. XBA, salute. Cedric Fuller, salute. One King, salute. You can't say, well, it's personal for you with Terence Crawford. Because now you made it personal for Gary Russell because now you challenged his manhood. GT Entertainment, salute. Y'all Potter Show, salute. Tommy Macho, salute. Salute to my brother Nathaniel Weathers in the super chat. Yes, sir. He said, this is what I like, right? This is what I like. The right person called out the right person. Same weight, don't get no better than that. Facts. Salute to my brother in the super chat. Hakeem Page, salute. Thriller the Mezzala, salute. Chef Curry, salute. Tony Muhammad, salute. He said, how does that make sense? How does what make sense, Tony Muhammad? Tell me, how does what make sense? Samuel Currington, salute. Anthony Simon, Jerry M, salute. Texas Bubba 6, my brother, salute. What's good with you, King? Where you been at? How does what make sense? If you come out publicly and say that Devin Haney has been avoiding you and you haven't heard anything back and you spoke to Bill Haney, his father, manager, and was his trainer, man down 4320, salute. And they never got back to you. Mike Leon, salute. And they're not Mifo Moppy, salute. And they Chris Johnson, salute. And they never got back to you, Benjamin Harrington, salute. They never got back to you, and essentially you said they avoided you. They don't want to make the fight with you. So nobody trying to give you that work. So you challenge Devin Haney, who Devin Haney is challenging everybody else. Devin Haney challenged Lomachenko. We know this already. Lomachenko vacated his WBC title. Cole Younger, salute. Asked to be, according to the WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman, and the WBC board, that Vasyl Lomachenko, Top Rank, and ESPN petitioned the WBC Cincinnati 513 kid for Father Entertainment, salute. Eric Salazar, salute. They petitioned them. Galvatron, salute. Ricky Williams, King Mafia, salute. They petitioned the WBC for them to be franchised to have to not honor their mandatory challenge in Devin Haney. Harlem Breakfast Club, salute. MDAX, salute. So then we know he tried to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko avoided him, right? Mind you, Lomachenko said that he wanted to fight another fight in between the Teofimo Lopez-Richard Comey fight because he wanted to stay active. Right now, Vasyl Lomachenko has been inactive for over a year now. when he could have fought Devin Haney, who was the mandatory challenger, while he was waiting. He fought in August. He fought in September, August. They fought in December. He said he wanted to have a fight in between from his Luke Campbell fight to that fight. Right? Andre Webb, salute. So he had enough time in between that not to be franchised, but to honor his mandatory and fight Devin Haney, in which he would have been a legitimate WBC champion should he have beaten Devin Haney. But guess what? According to the WBC, Sonya Vine, salute. According to the WBC, Jim Bowe, salute. According to the WBC, he petitioned to be franchised so they didn't have to fight Devin Haney. But he wanted a fight in between and I said this to y'all. Andel Gary Wade, Third Eye Explosive, salute. I told y'all this. He could fight Devin Haney in between because by the time Richard Commey Teofimo Lopez winner is ready, because they fight in December. So that means they're not going to be ready until at least April. March, April. You understand? So him fighting in, I believe it was, hold on. I believe he fought in August. September or August, right? And if that's the case, right? My brother Mickey Bay on deck. I'm about to bring my brother Mickey Bay on deck. He on deck. He about to bring him in. I'm about to bring him in. So now let's look at it from this standpoint, right? Vasyl Lomachenko had the opportunity to face Devin Haney in between the Teofimo Lopez Richard Commey fight. He could have fought at the same time, but guess what? Now the last time Vasyl Lomachenko fought, that was in August of 2019. They didn't fight until December 14th. And then they wasn't going to be ready till at least March, April. So he had enough time to fight Devin Haney instead of being franchised in between that. But he chose to be franchised. And remember, this is Vasyl Lomachenko's words. Prince Emmanuel, salute. This is Lomachenko words, right? Lomachenko said after he beat Luke Campbell and became unified, he wanted to have another fight in between there to stay active. But guess what happened? Devin Haney became his mandatory. Will Viney, salute. And then he opted not to fight Devin Haney, who he said was an easy win and was too green and wasn't ready. So that could have been a tune-up fight for him, Devin Haney, according to Vasyl Lomachenko. But he opted not to take that route. So instead, right now, we just passed August again in 2020. So instead of him fighting Devin Haney in December, Truck Turner, salute, he opted to sit on the shelf. And now Bradford Barsono, salute. He opted to sit on the shelf, and now he's been inactive for a year. So we know he wanted to fight Lomachenko. Greatest Young Mike, salute. Daniel Stanley, my brother in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue Blood, salute to you. Michael Blood, salute. So now, that's Lomachenko, right? We know Devin Haney went face-to-face with Teofimo Lopez on my brother Fred Barbershop Conversations channel. And Devin Haney said, we can make the fight happen right now. Teofimo Lopez, and I love Teofimo Lopez, but he said, not now, I got a promoter, so on and such. My brother LaRon Reviews, salute. Go subscribe to my brother LaRon Reviews. Sean Joe, salute. He said, not right now, Teofimo Lopez. If you don't believe me, go look at the footage from Barbershop Conversations, Devin Haney face-to-face with Teofimo Lopez. Trick Nolte, my brother, salute. Frankie Shahid, salute. Right? So that didn't come to fruition. We saw him get in the ring with Ryan Garcia after Ryan Garcia's last fight, face-to-face with Ryan Garcia, saying, let's make the fight happen, right? Ryan Garcia didn't, while Devin Haney is standing in his presence, in the ring with him, Earl B, salute, in the ring with him, Ryan Garcia makes mention of everybody else, Kennard Williams, salute, except Devin Haney. And then says, points to Devin Haney and says, he's last. He's standing in the ring with you. He said, he's last. 24 Jeezy, salute. He's last. Okay, so we understand. And then Devin Haney, we know He's been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. And once again, Gervonta Tank Davis says yesterday, once again, dismisses Devin Haney. Oh, he's just clout chasing. Huh? Devin Haney said, if I'm clout chasing, send me a contract. Let's make the fight happen. Nah, he's just a clout baby. So clearly, he don't want to fight Devin Haney. So now, so what I'm saying is this. It made it personal for Devin Haney with Gary Russell because Gary Russell went on a national platform because we are national boxing. That's what we are. KJF HD, salute. We are national boxing. We are mainstream boxing. ESPN and all those other platforms that you see on your television, no, they are secondhand boxing media. We are mainstream. We give y'all boxing every day. So he went on mainstream media on my brother Fred Barbershop Conversation channel and said that Devin Haney was avoiding him. You can't do that. You can't do that. So Tank is saying that Devin Haney, now listen to this, Big Shot Bo, salute. Tank is saying that Devin Haney is, he's saying that Devin Haney, we got 713 people. We should have 713 likes. Why we don't have, I don't know how many likes we got, but we should have 713 likes. So now listen to this. He says, Mike Ion, salute. He says he's going to fight Ryan Garcia next. But Devin Haney is clout chasing off his name. DeAndre Barton, salute. And again, people are going to say Blue is saying this because he don't like Tank. Neil Collins, salute. No, I'm just telling you what's going on. So he said Devin Haney is clout chasing. He don't want to fight. Devin Haney said, call my bluff, send the contract. He said, clout baby. Malcolm X Garvey, salute. But then he wants to fight Ryan Garcia, who does not have a belt, who has not fought anybody either. Luke Campbell, who he's getting ready to fight, avoided Devin Haney as well. So he getting ready to fight the guy that avoided Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Right? And then Shy Focus, salute. So then he says that look at the following Ryan Garcia has. This is what Tank Davis said. Sign, salute. David Williams, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. So he's saying that Devin Haney's clout chasing, but at the same time, he's telling the world he wants to fight Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia has a huge following. So what you call that? His social media following is his huge fan base because he don't have a huge boxing fan base. He has a huge social media fan base. So his huge social, D'Angelo Randall, salute. So his huge social media fan base is what Tank Davis is after, and he's saying that, well, he's like Oscar De La Hoya. He has a huge Mexican fan base. So then what you call that you're doing with Ryan Garcia, Tank? But then people going to get mad at Blue and say, Blue, you don't say nothing good about Gervonta Tank Davis. Listen, I'm a fan of the sport of boxing before anything else. Bro Horace, salute. Listen, the pieces on the chessboard are going to change. Melvin Green, salute. The pieces on the chessboard are going to change. The game is going to stay the same. The players in the game is going to switch. The game is going to change, stay the same. Young Skyler, salute. David Rainey, salute. Natasha Bass, salute. So I'm saying I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first. I want to see Tank and all that talent, like we said with Terence Crawford, like we say with Canelo Alvarez. Want to see you put that talent to good use, like Devin Haney is trying to do. The spot, salute. Right, so now check this. Ryan Garcia calls out Tank. That's not clout chasing. Terry Smoot Jr., my brother, salute. So listen, Ryan Garcia, who doesn't have a belt, calls out Tank. That's not clout chasing in his eyes. He wants to fight Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney calls out Tank with a history. Devin Haney has a history with Tank Davis. They have these two glorified sparring sessions that there's so many people have so many different outlooks on what took place. You have a history there. He has direct tie with Floyd Mayweather. Devin Haney does. He was training with him. He trains with Floyd Sr. Now he's training with Mickey Bay. Right? So there's a correlation there. DeAndres Blue, salute. There's a storyline there, right? So how could you say, well, you'll fight Ryan Garcia, who called you out, but Devin Haney is clout chasing? Huh? How does that work? Desi Bryant, salute. Josh Shalani, salute. How does that work? Somebody explain to me how that works. Jafari Caesar, salute. How does that work? We got 720 people. We should have 720 likes. I don't know how many likes we got, but how many likes we got? Right? So how does that work? So he don't have a belt. All he has is a social media following. That's 550J, salute. All he has is the social media following. Isn't that clout chasing? Prince Hakeem, salute. George Mott, salute. Sean Joe, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 700. William Brunson, salute. Isn't that clout chasing? Right? And when it comes to Gary Russell Jr., you got to respond to that 1.5. Because just like you feeling a certain kind of way about what Terence Crawford had to say, well, Devin Haney is feeling a certain kind of way about your outlook. Brother Moses, salute. Because Arise 12 Tribes, salute. Because you question his heart, pretty much. Tony High Point, salute. Danny the Great, salute. Am I right or am I wrong? By saying that Devin Haney's been avoiding you, Ben Israel, Mr. Pazor, salute. Right? By TC, salute. James Ross, salute. By you saying that, essentially you saying that, Curtis Bridges, salute, that he don't want to fight you. Right? Raheem Brown, salute. You a bad blank woman, Wizzo, salute. Right? Smash the like button, get the likes up. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my brother, Mickey Bay, former world champion and now turned trainer of Devin Haney and a lot of other guys. He was training my brother, Lorenzo Truck Simpson, a young bull. Trains up, man, a lot. He got a lot going on, so I'm going to send him that link and bring him on up in here. Gene Pompey, salute. And he got a lot of stories to tell us. Because he got a lot of history. He got a lot of history with Emmanuel Stewart. He got a lot of history with Floyd Mayweather Sr. He got a lot of history with Floyd Mayweather. He got a lot of history himself. And he's a trainer. Reggie the Tree, Dean Street Dreams Entertainment, salute. You understand? God's greatest, salute. So we're going to bring in Mickey Bay. But like I said, right, regarding these, and then when it comes to Terence Crawford, Kell Brook just stated, Mr. Tally 140, salute. Blair Tibbs, salute. Azap Sam, salute. It looks like, who is Terence Crawford going to fight November 14th? We don't know. Julian Desert Chill, salute. You understand? So who is Terence Crawford going to fight? Kell Brook now saying that's not enough money. Yordanis Ugas is saying, I'll take the fight after this fight on Sunday. Give me the fight. Sean Porter, is he going to fight the WBO eliminator to make himself the mandatory for Terence Crawford? Is that going to take him out of contention for the WBC? So Sean Porter is now the WBC mandatory. Omar Nayan, salute. Mitch Shahir, salute. He's the WBC mandatory. P. Mount Rock, salute. He's the IDF number 2 ranked fighter. And he's the WBO number 1 ranked fighter. He has options. Is he going to take the route of going to WBO and forcing Terence Crawford's hand? B&B Boxer, salute. Robert Rich, salute. Picasso, salute. Or is he going to go the route? R. Jonesy, salute in the super chat. Just came in. What's up with Haney and Russell? They got to make the fight. Afiq Day, salute. R. Jonesy. Devin Haney said, I got the $1.5 million for Gary Russell Jr. right now. What's up? Pay attention. Rock 03, salute. That's what Devin Haney is saying. I got the 1.5 for Gary Russell Jr. right now. What's up? Because Gary Russell Jr. came out and said that it was personal for him with Terence Crawford, so he'd take the 1.5. So Devin Haney is saying, well, it was personal for me that you called me out and perceived me in the manner of avoiding you. So guess what? I got the 1.5 for you. You can't ask for bank against Devin Haney, but accept 1.5 for Terence Crawford. Check Chaser Chubb, salute. You can't do that. EJ, salute. You can't do it. You can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? How does that work? Devin Haney is not as accomplished as a Terence Crawford yet. He's still working. He just turned 21. Still working his way through. You understand? Roman Brown, salute. Said, I love Devin Haney. So, and then we know he's serious about making these fights happen. G5_game, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue, and chat fam. Salute to you, King. So we know he's serious about making these fights happen because I just gave you a rundown. Stat Mo, salute. So if you're going to be CVP Jr., salute. If you're going to be Gary Russell Jr. and say, well, he's avoiding me. Well, now he's saying, make the fight. David Bohannon. Yes, sir. Get them likes up, man. We got 800 people. Let's get 800 likes. We got 800 people in the building. Let's get 800 likes. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. We got 800 people watching. Let's get 800 likes. Smash that like button. Get the likes all the way up. Get the likes all the way up. Smash that like button. 815 people. Let's get it. I'm getting ready to bring in my brother, Mickey Bay, former world champion turned trainer. Brian Penson, salute, my brother in the super chat. If Gary Russell Jr. don't take it, then he clout chasing. He said it would be a real move for him to turn down. Why just move if he turns it down? Okay. He said, oh, it would be a real, yeah, if he turns it down. Yeah, he can't turn it down. G.I. salute. He can't turn that down. Shaheed Robinson, salute. They saying they got the 1.5 right now. And if you don't have nothing lined up, and you saying Terence Crawford not responding to you, well, you got to respond to Devin Haney. Jose Diaz, salute. Russell talking so much and nothing against Haney. He said Russell talking so much, but nothing against Haney. Jose Diaz, salute to my brother Jose Diaz in the super chat. Facts, 2 flats, salute. You can't. It's just like Terence Crawford. Just like, salute to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's just like Terence Crawford. D-Matt, salute. The Red, salute. Danny the Great, salute. Boots Untied, 85, salute. It's just like Terence Crawford, right? We saying that Terence Crawford, why you ain't responding to Gary Russell? Well, guess what? Gary Russell, you got to respond to Devin Haney. Anthony Kyle, salute. It's clear that Terence Crawford is not responding because he ain't going to take the fight. But so now Devin Haney said, we got the 1.5 with you. Malcolm McCory, salute. Malcolm McCory said, nah, you got to pay Gary more money. Why would you have to pay Gary more money? Brian Penson, salute. Jawan Purefort, salute. Reg Andrews, salute. Jafari Grant, salute. Why you got to pay Gary Russell more money for Devin Haney? Who's a higher profile fighter? Terence Crawford or Devin Haney? Right now. Terence Crawford has done 2 pay-per-views. Art Jonesy, salute in the super chat. When did Haney say this, Blue? I'm trying to find it out. I'm trying to find it. Well, he told me personally. That dude, salute. He told me personally. Mike Gordon, salute. And he going to come on. We're going to have him on in a few days. But I know this personally now. King Dot, salute. He want the fight. And he said, we got the 1.5 right now. So why you got to pay Terence Crawford, who has multiple pay-per-views? You willing to take 1.5 for Terence Crawford, but not for Devin Haney? Smash the like button, man. We got 830 people. We should have 830 likes. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Daniel Stanley, my brother in the super chat. Blue Blood, Russell and Bud is personal, and Devin Haney is business. Your thoughts? No, Devin. See, Daniel Stanley. Salute to my brother Daniel Stanley in the super chat. Russell and Terence Crawford is personal. You're right. But the fact that Gary Russell Jr., Mr. Gary Russell Jr., longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing, went on national boxing news. My brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation, because we are mainstream boxing, right? And said that Devin Haney is avoiding him and not making the fight. Then Bill, his father and trainer and manager, came on and said, we offer you fight, and they went back and forth. So then how do you think Devin Haney perceived that? Because Devin Haney is calling everybody out. So if he calling out everybody, Ketty Peace 504, salute. Quan Broswell, salute. That other dude, salute. If he calling, get the bag, 88, salute. If he calling everybody out, Decal 03, salute. Ben Yisrael, salute. Pastor Student, salute. Anthony Kyle, J.A. Dixon. If he calling everybody out, then how does that make Devin Haney look? If you calling out everybody but Gary Russell Jr., how does that make him look? So Devin Haney now, it got to a point where, oh, this is personal for me. So it's personal for you with Crawford, but this personal with me for you. Corey Allen, my brother in the super chat, talk about clout chasing. Russell probably knows that Crawford won't fight him, so he keeps talking trash, but Haney will. That's a fact. And it's the more, here's the thing. Impersonator, salute. Here's the thing. Hard body J. Timo, salute. Here's the thing when you look at it. Jadal Munez, salute. Salute to Manga Melly in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Salute to my brother General Squalls in the super chat. Salute to the grind. You don't have no chips, do you? I got some popcorn coming. Shadid Robinson, I got some popcorn coming. You understand? Lorenzo C, salute. So now, Boxer Straight Right, salute. It's more feasible as well, Tom Joseph, salute, to see Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. Phil J 508, salute. Let me send my brother the link right now, real quick. Hold on 1 second, y'all. C Cut, my brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, can you get Haney and Russell together on Blue Buzz TV? I would love to. I would love to. I reached out to Gary Russell, but he hasn't responded. Devin Haney will be on probably before the week is over. He said, B&B Boss said, nah, Gary got the offer, told them the price, and Haney's team didn't respond. Well, because they felt like the number was too far-fetched. But then Gary Russell said, well, that's a number that's feasible for both of us. We could do that number. Right? But then he's asking for a lower number. D. Greg, salute. Wilbur Wilson, salute. For Pugilist Shizness, salute. He's asking for a lower number with Terrence Crawford. Salute to my brother J.A. Dixon in the super chat. He said, in my opinion, it's personal for Devin to get Gary in the ring, then give him what he wants to fight. Otherwise, it's business. Well, you can't say that. H96 Pro, salute. J.A. Dixon, my brother, I understand what you're saying. But you can't say that you accept this number. Because guess what? Now, I'm going to put it in this context. Huey Hughes, salute. If Deontay Wilder, and this was Anthony Joshua, no slack 504, salute. Lord Sweat Real, salute. If this was Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, we would be upset. Taquan Savage, salute. If Anthony Joshua said, Deontay Wilder, I need $50 million to fight you, and then he turned around and said, to fight Tyson Fury, I'll take $2 million. How y'all gonna perceive that? Claude Brown, my brother in the super chat, he said, Terrence Crawford is not fighting Gary Russell because he feel he said, Terrence Crawford is not fighting Gary Russell because he feel if you win, everyone's still going to say he hasn't fought anyone. They also going to say Gary Russell was too small, and that's a fact. Oh, for sure, he's in a lose-lose situation. Never said he wasn't. But you still got to accept it. Prince to Amir, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. I'm going to tell you why. Craig J, salute. The Regal Bunch, salute. Aaron Pryor, salute. I'm gonna tell you why. Because remember, Mikey Garcia did the same thing. Peace and blessings to the Queen, Reese Joe in the building. Peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing on this beautiful day? Peace, blessing, and prosperity to you, Queen. So, Harold Mitchingula, salute. Hope I said your name right, King. D. Hodges, my brother, salute. P. Machino, salute. Mean Genius 7, salute. Stay Paid 1, salute. Feathers Up, salute. So now, Sean Morgan, salute. My brother, he said, we got David Bohannon said 755. That's not enough, my peoples. Get them likes all the way up. Omar Naya, salute. Danley Blakeney, salute. Lou Hinton, my brother, a pillar this here, Blue Blood Sports TV. Jay Scott, salute. Blue Blood, B&B Boxing, he said, you have to know why I keep moving like that. Have to know the zone was budgeting the fight to come to that conclusion. They might have been. But what I'm saying is, you can't ask Kenneth Gitt, salute. If you're willing to take that number for Terrence Crawford, Ruben Salinas Jr., salute, where you been at? Ruben Salinas, where you been at? What it do, Fool One, salute. You can't say you'll take this number. This number's okay for Terrence Crawford, but this number's not okay for Devin Haney. So, like I said, if we said Deontay Wilder said, Anthony Joshua said, give me $50 million for Wilder, but then he'll take $2 million for Tyson Fury. How's that going to go over with us? How's that going to go over with us? How's that going to bowl with us? Mr. Pazar, my brother in the super chat. Biggest upset ever outside of heavyweight you've seen. Outside of heavyweight? Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. Man. Roy Jones. Roy Jones getting knocked out by Tarver. Roy Jones getting knocked out by Tarver. Todd Nelson, salute. Thump Allen, salute. ODSY Max, salute. Yeah, smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 800, man. There you go. Got my brother in the building. Let's see if he can get in. You there, Chad?
What's up? What's going on?
There you go, my guy. What's going on with you, babe?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Not much, man. So, listen, we got the former world champion in the building, man. One of my favorite fighters, man, when he was active, now turned trainer. Got a lot of history, know the sport of boxing. My brother, Mickey Bay. What's going on with you, Bay?
What's up? What's going on, man? Thanks for having me on Blue Blood Sports.
Man, you already know, man. You already know, man. We got 850 people in here watching, man. And you know, you got a lot of history. You're a trainer now. You still could do it. You still could fight right now.
Right.
You know, and I was just talking about the current state of the sport of boxing, which you train Devin Haney right now. And I was talking about I talked to Bill this morning. Salute to my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. I talked to Bill, and I've seen a lot. Did you see the Gervonta Tank Davis did an interview yesterday? And
he did.
Yeah, and he dismissed Devin again, man. He's like, he's just full of clout chasing. That's what he said.
A matter of fact, this live, right?
Yeah, we live.
Oh, hold on. Let me hit Dab and tell him. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to tune in. What? So all he gotta do is go to Blue Blood.
Yeah, he know where to go.
Okay, yeah, I know all the young cats know all of this.
Yeah,
I got to get all the way in tune.
Yeah, just tell him Blue is live and tune in.
Okay, I'm still listening to you.
Okay, so you know, he trains. If y'all don't know, my brother Mickey Bay is he learned from the best, man. He learned from Emmanuel Stewart, Floyd Mayweather Senior, man. You know, so just give him a little rundown of your history with the trainers and how you got introduced to the sport.
Well, starting out, I had some good teachers back in Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from. An older guy by the name of Forrest Caldwell started me out, and then my dad trained me as well. And I was around some real good amateur coaches and stuff out of Ohio. You know, we got a lot of great amateur pedigree there. And from there, my first real knowledgeable amateur teachings came with Emmanuel Stewart. I was about 16. I think I was 16 years old when I first started getting able to. Well, actually, he's also sponsored me and my team. He bought me my first car. Rest in peace to Emmanuel Stewart. Real good dude, man. He bought me my first car. He bought my dad a minivan to go pick up other fighters to take them to the gym. And he bought us our first real boxing gym in Cleveland. We used to drive up to Detroit a lot of times because it's close to Cleveland. And we would go up there and train a lot and go up there and fight. And Emmanuel Stewart saw that we didn't have a gym in Cleveland. We was working out in a rec center pretty much, in the racquetball room. And he bought us a gym. So, man, that's where it all started. And from there, you know, I worked with Floyd Mayweather Sr. for over 15 years and been around the Mayweathers and Junior and, you know, the whole family. I worked with Jeff Mayweather. I worked with Roger Son. Also, Tommy Rowland, which was one of Bill Miller's students that came up with Floyd Mayweather Sr. Rest in peace to him, too. He was also around the Kronk stable and was around like James Toney and all of those guys. And I just got reminded, too, that I learned a lot, too, from Tony Tucker Sr. He died. That was Tony Tucker's dad. He also trained Floyd Mayweather Sr. some. So a lot of the teachings, you know, that I was blessed to get actually come from the 1800s and the early 1900s. Floyd Mayweather Sr., his teachers were Dale Williams and Eddie Futch, who were best friends. So, I mean, they if you add all them guys up, they probably trained 80-90% of the best fighters ever. So, you know, I'm just scratching the surface. You know, them guys are the real deal. And you know, I've known Dev since he first started boxing because he was up under the Mayweathers since he was a kid, and they were already telling me about him when he was 7, 8 years old. So Floyd Sr. is getting older now and kind of, you know, in retirement pretty much. He comes in the gym from time to time, but I'm blessed because Devin gave me that call and brought me in, and that, you know, and now you know, we were getting ready to keep that I got the baton, so I got to keep it going.
Right. Now, just tell us before we get to that. Let's read these super chats. My brother G Al, he said Gary has no chance of beating Crawford, and his approach is the clout chase, which is understandable because his career is stuck. So he's desperate trying to stay in the eye of the public. Much respect, Booba. Keep grinding. Salute to my brother G Al. If you didn't know what he's talking about is Gary Russell called out Terence Crawford, and he continues to call him out every single day. But in the same token, Gary Russell said that Dev was avoiding him. And so now Bill is saying, we got the 1.5 right now that you said that you'll take to fight Terence Crawford to fight Dev. So what you think about that? Hold on, let me get to this other super chat real quick. He's Raul 1980 Lawhorn. He said, at this point, I don't give he don't care who Bud Crawford fights, fight somebody. He don't want to fight a top tier 147-pound welterweight.
Man, listen, Gary, excellent fighter at featherweight. But let's highlight what I just said, featherweight. Like, man, he don't want to even step in the same, he don't even want to step in the same restaurant as Dev, let alone the same ring. Like, he can't listen. I told Gary, man, it's funny because we got a mutual friend. And he had called me up a few months ago, and he brought up Gary. I didn't know that Gary was in the background with him on the speakerphone. But I'm like, man, listen, he don't want to play around and even get in the same ring as Devin. He got on the phone. I'm like, everything's still staying. I meant what I said. I like you a lot as a featherweight. You know, I came up with Gary. He a couple years younger than me, so I seen him come up in the amateurs. He come from an excellent boxing family, but he wouldn't fight Devin. Like, I mean, you got Shakur Stevens right there that's around your weight class, and you could be trying to get the rematch with Lomachenko. So, I mean, if you're not trying to do those, and we know you're not serious about getting in there with Devin, and I ain't even gonna mention Terrence. Like, come on now, like Devin ain't even calling Terrence out because he know they not even nowhere near to fight each other, let alone the featherweight coming up. But why not? Why not call out Shakur Stevens? Y'all right there, a few pounds apart, and he was just featherweight. He had to move up because he couldn't get the fights. I mean, Gary is I can't take it away from Gary. He's an excellent fighter, but you can't put him and Devin name in the same sentence. So,
and so he said that it was personal with him and Terence Crawford. Why? So Terence Crawford, the storyline is Terence Crawford and Bob Arum, they offered Kell Brook $1.5 million. Eddie Hearn, Kell Brook said they're not taking that. So Gary Russell said that Terence Crawford, you can answer me. I've been trying to make the fight. I'll take the 1.5. So now in return, Bill is saying we got the 1.5 for Dev. So let's make that happen. You can't ask for the bank for Dev, but then you'll say you'll take 1.5 for a guy like Crawford who did 2 pay-per-views already.
Right. And what happened with that? As far as when he said that to Gary about we're sending 1.5, what did Gary say about Devin?
He ain't respond yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't think so. yeah, I figured that.
What you think now? You as a fighter, right? Like you said, you've been around the best trainers the sport of boxing has ever seen, right? And they have been, so it's just trickle down effect. So they got it from the greatest, and the greatest just passing it on, and it's just elevating. The more you pass it on, the better it gets, right? You just learn more tricks to the trade. What is your biggest take from training with a guy like Floyd Mayweather Sr. and getting you got the best of both worlds? Because a lot of people think Manuel Stewart is the greatest trainer. A lot of people think Floyd Sr. is the greatest trainer. You have the best of both worlds because you was able to pick both of their brain and learn from both of them. But what's the biggest thing you learn as a fighter and then that you can pass on as a trainer?
One of the biggest things I think is everybody's different. Everybody got a different style. And I would never try to change a guy. Sometimes you get people that trainers might try to change guys into what they want them to be. Senior never did it. Stewart never did it. They just add on. And, that's what I like to do. Like with Devin Haney and my other young guy that's a beast, Darren Cunningham. And we also got another kid we getting ready to turn pro, Marv. I just add on. With Devin, he can already fight. He's good. We came up we had the same teaching, so it's kind of easy for me to train. That's why they brought me in, because I know everything that Floyd Sr. knew because I've been with him so long. And I kind of remember a lot of stuff Floyd Sr. kind of forgot at this point, because when I came with him, he was younger, and he could do a lot more, and he knew a lot more. I think I was blessed to be able to pick up his routine physically, because that's hard to do. Like, it's a difference fighting, and then grabbing the mitts and training and taking that back seat and really putting the guy before yourself is what you got to do when it comes to training. Like, I got to put these guys, and that's easy for me. Like, I think that's why a lot of times great fighters don't become great trainers, because they kind of, they used to everything being about them. You got to be able to take the back seat and make it all about the fighter. And that was easy for me because that's just who I am. I like to help people as it is. But with Devin, the transition with him was simple, because it's all, he'd been up under Floyd Sr. as well. That's who pretty much trained him. He trained with a lot of other great people and picked some things up. But the bulk of who he is Floyd Mayweather Sr. So we just picking up where Senior left off.
Yeah, so it's more like a lateral move than a.
Yeah, and with Emmanuel, I learned a lot. Like, Emmanuel was good with a lot of things like punching power, leverage on shots, boxing from different distances. I trained a lot with Prince Nazim and Lenny Lewis. I shared the ring with Prince Nazim when I was younger, so I got to see a lot from him coming up. So, man, I'm blessed. I learned a lot from Junior. I've been with Floyd Mayweather Jr. I learned a whole lot from him. So, I mean, I guess it was a blessing. I guess it was in the cards, maybe. Maybe that's why I was all around the greats, not only for myself, but to be able to pass it down to my guy.
And you actually sparred with Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, when I was young. Yeah, I shared the ring with him.
And that means you shared the ring with a young him as well.
Oh yeah, when I first came out here and moved out here, this one Floyd was still like 130 or 135.
Wow, pretty boy Floyd.
I've been around him. I knew him half of my life, literally, like for like 17, 18 years. So I learned a lot from Junior as well. He's, so smart, and he does everything right outside of the ring, which is the key. Like, and that's what I saw close up. Like, okay, Floyd just he mastered the game. He mastered the game of boxing.
Right. Now, for the people, you like you said, you up close and personal with the Mayweathers. And Floyd Jr. What was the biggest difference you saw in Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather? And a lot of people don't understand. Was it just the fact that he started to age, that he started to change his style when he became Money Mayweather, or was it just a lot of people have different reasoning? The people say it's because his hands was bad. He started getting more defensive. What was the reason for the transition?
Well, the biggest reason for the transition was he was fighting at a heavier weight. Like, Floyd is small. Like, Floyd really wasn't a real 47 pounder, let alone definitely not 54. But Floyd was like a 47 pounder that can cruise making the weight. Like, he grew into the weight, but Floyd is not. Like, he could probably be out of shape, and the most he might get is probably like 160 or something like that, or the high 50s. Like, so, Floyd can work out for a week and make welterweight. So he had to play it safe. He was smart. Floyd is about getting the win. So, and then he figured the difference too was Money Mayweather was the businessman. That's when he said, okay, what do I have to do to separate myself? And it was cool seeing that transition because I was right there to see his plays and for him to tell it to me and for me to see the checks and some of them wire transfers is ridiculous that I seen. Like, he showed me a couple of wires. I was like, man, how did you just get that
Right.
simple with all them zeros in? Like, you just got an 8-figure. That's just nuts to me how that could just appear in your account that fast. Like, so
Right.
Money Mayweather was more of the businessman. Like, Pretty Boy he could take more risk and be more offensive because the weights he was fighting at, he kind of had an advantage because he was coming down in weight for those weight classes. But at 147, at 147, he was fighting. He had to play it safe. He wasn't a big puncher at that weight.
Right. Salute to Danley Stanley. He said, "Salute, Booba. I appreciate you. Yes, he's a real trainer. When is Devin's next fight?"
Oh, it's real soon, man. Real soon. I appreciate that too, that compliment. But it'll be super soon. Like, he definitely gonna be fighting well before the year is out. He got a date coming up. Of course they want to announce it, to everybody at once, but it's coming real soon.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, including myself, I see a lot of Floyd Mayweather in Devin Haney.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest comparison that you could take from Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather that puts us in the mindset of Floyd Mayweather when you see Devin Haney?
I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing: the discipline out the ring. and a competitive nature. Those two things, because of course with the style is going to be similarities because of Floyd Mayweather Sr. You know, he pretty much stitched them both together. So that's kind of like autopilot. But the main thing I see with Devin that's like Floyd is, man, that discipline and that competitiveness. Like Dev is so competitive. He the nicest, coolest dude that you ever meet outside the ring. But whenever it comes to winning or something that you compete in, whether it's a video game, whether it's like bowling, because Dev's older brother is real good in bowling, damn near like a pro. And Dev don't like losing to him, but I'm like, man, Dev, this might be the one thing that you could lose at, because your brother's just excellent at bowling. He damn near could bowl all strike, but Dev's gonna still keep playing him until he at least almost beat him, you know. But even on video games, man, Dev don't like losing. Like that cat to stay on the game for hours until he get to where he need to be. So that's mainly what I see. Like what I see in Floyd, from being around was his discipline, man. Like nobody can have that kind of discipline getting them checks that he was getting. Like, I mean, that dude is just at the spur of the moment, get up and just go running and go train for like a few hours. And Dev does the same thing. Like he'll hit me up at midnight or 1 in the morning. Cause I told him, like, man, as long as you give me a 2-hour window, we could train. Like, you know, I could be out eating or whatever. Dev would hit me up like, what's up, Nick? What you doing? Like, and I'd be like, you know, I'm out eating. He'd be like, oh, okay, can we go work out in a couple hours? I'm like, yeah. Because I'm disciplined as well. So, you know, but that's the main thing. Those two things, other than the inside of the ring, I would say the focus, the discipline, and that competitive nature is like only 1% or less that got that kind of fire in it.
Right. Now, I think I said that I think that Dev will come out on top of 135. A lot of people feel like Tank comes out on top. A lot of people feel like Teofimo, Lomachenko, you know, and so on, right? But mostly we get the Tank Davis, you know, and Dev. Without giving away too much, what would be the X factor in that type of fight?
Well, him versus Tank?
Right, because I said, but see, I get a lot of slack because I'm not an ex-professional boxer. I'm not an ex-world champion.
That don't mean nothing.
Right.
That don't mean nothing.
But everybody said, I said that I like the discipline, for one. And number two, his ability to fight on the inside and fight at range and use his advantages, his reach advantage and his foot speed advantage. Because I think you have a foot speed advantage over Tank. But people say I'm way off base. Could you just attest to that?
You on. No, you on. Whoever said that got a question what they know, because everything you just said was, I mean, I don't even really got to say much more now. You said it.
Right.
That's it. Like, and don't get me wrong, like Tank is an excellent fighter. Outside of Devin, you know, I think he could beat everybody else there. Like even Lomachenko, if he had the right camp and he trained right, man, he'd be a major problem at, you know, and I'm not sure if he's moving back down or what. You know, I don't see nobody at 130 beating him, but 35, man, people might as well just pack it in, man. Dev got it. Just wait for him. When he move up, man, the second place person can go to first. But as of now, they might as well forget about it. And it's just real talk. Like, I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't believe it. I would say, because Dev is only 21. So I could say, oh, maybe like Ryan Garcia, his trainer said that he didn't think he was ready. He needs some more years or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that, because these guys are young. They only going to get better. But listen, since Dev last fought, I'm taking his punches because I'm holding amidst the body thing and I'm seeing it. Believe me, his power done picked up so much. It's going to be scary to see this cat in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus years. I can't even imagine what's going to happen then. This is going to be ridiculous.
And now just tell the people we ain't rehearsed this, because
this spur of the moment. No, this is freestyle. We freestyle.
Because I said this is what I said yesterday. I said the only two people that could beat Tank Davis is Tank Davis beating himself and Devin Haney at 135.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with that, man. I see him And I like Lomachenko a lot. But I think if Tank was really disciplined and focused, I think he can beat Lomachenko. Other than that, I don't see nobody else really beating Lomachenko because he's an excellent fighter.
Right.
But Dev just got it, man. He just, I mean, honestly, man, I compare him to Michael Jordan. People can say what they want and this and that, but man, I'm calling it early. I know I always knew, but by me training him, it's a whole nother story. Like,
so you think he could pass Floyd Mayweather then?
oh, for sure. That's our plan. No offense, but this competition, we ain't taking a back seat for nobody, man. We thank Floyd for giving us the knowledge, and we thank his family and his dad for giving us the same teachings, but he got the advantage. He learned everything Floyd knows. I learned everything Floyd knows. Devin will pass him. We're not thinking about the money or none of that, but I'm saying as far as
in the ring.
And that's not going to be easy. So I don't want people to think that we think it's going to be easy. That's an incredible thing that Floyd, he set the bar very high, but that's our plan. That's what I can say. He got a long way to go, but that's really our plan but I do see if there's anybody to pass him, it'll be Devin Haney.
I always say this. I think Devin Haney's toughest challenge would be Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, I like Shakur a lot, man. I like him a lot. Matter of fact, I just ran into his people. That's a big shout out to Jay Prince and Antonio Leonard because I was with them when I was young as well, since 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Prince. That was the first Rolls Royce and everything I ever drove in. He used to manage me. I used to live with him.
Right.
So they're my people. Shakur's an excellent fighter, but I don't know when they'll fight because Dad probably might go up and take over the 140 divisions in the near future. And Shakur just moved up to 30. Matter of fact, dang, him and Tank could be an excellent fight. Now that you say it, or him and Lomachenko. Come on, let's make some of this stuff. Like, Lomachenko is with top rank. Shakur is with top rank. Obviously, Lomachenko don't want to fight Devin. Him and Shakur is an excellent fight. And with the same promoter, that's excellent. I'll pay whatever to see that fight.
And that's what I say, man. I tell people this all the time. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing first, and then the pieces on the chessboard, because the pieces on the chessboard are going to change. I was a huge fan of Mickey Bay. Now Mickey Bay is a trainer, right? So if I don't fall in love with the sport first and fall in love with just the boxers, then at the end of the day, I'm gonna be left out in the cold, right? Because you guys are human beings. Life goes on every day. The pieces on the chessboard are going to change. So I always tell everybody, we need to make these fights happen, right?
Man, listen, it take guys like you that got these big platforms and y'all get together. Y'all could even help make fights happen. Once the people demand it, let's do it, man. But they got to know what are the right fights. Sometimes I hear these guys name fights, and I'm like, man, they way off. This guy not even gonna get him a competition. Like they was mentioning guys for like Shakur, for instance. They was saying, what's the dude name? Valdez. Like,
Oscar Valdez. That's not a fight.
No offense to Valdez, he can fight his butt off, but come on, that's not the matchup right there. Like, if I was to say Shakur, and this outside of my guy, I know I still like other fighters. It's excellent fighters. Of course, my guys, gonna come first. But Shakur versus Tank, Shakur versus Lomachenko, maybe Shakur versus Miguel Burchard. I might be Burchett. Yeah, styles make fights like that. You gotta know when you do get a chance to voice your opinion. You can't say like Canelo versus one of them dudes from the UK.
Right.
We like, come on, man. Like, no. How about David Benavidez versus Canelo? How about Canelo versus what's the kid that haven't been getting no big fights? Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Once people now they got Andre in the dark. Once people keep saying it, they keep putting it out there. bam, that's how these fights get made. But Canelo really don't seem like he's not really bringing these cats up, and he's a warrior. That's one of my favorite fighters in the game too right now. But the fans got to demand it, and the podcasters and the reporters like yourself can demand these fights. But you got to know which fights to call out. Don't call out the wrong fights because then it'll be a blowout.
Right. It's mismatches, and
it's mismatches.
And that's what I said. Let's get to the super chat real quick. My brother Matthew Valentine, he said these fights are closer than you think. Devin isn't washing Tank or Shakur. Keep it real and boxing logic.
We didn't say that. We just said that Devin to win.
Right.
I didn't say how we will win. Of course, I know that it'll be easier than people do think, but I'm not saying it to be a knockout or to be. All I'm saying is that I know that Dev will come out on top. Like every fight is not going to be easy. So and I'm not taking credit away from them because I like those two guys. I don't really watch many fighters a lot of times but if them two cats fighting, I'm gonna tune in. But I do want to see them in better fights. Like if Tank fighting, Joe Schmo, I know it's gonna be over in 2-3 rounds. So I might catch the replay, but I'm definitely gonna watch it though.
Right. And that's the thing, right? That's what I tell people all the time, man. I'm saying that he gonna win. I'm not saying that don't mean I don't like this person.
No, they excellent fighters, excellent young fighters, man. I'm glad that it's guys like that because they gonna give us chances to throw fight parties and be able to eat dinner with your family and have a good activity on the weekend. So I commend those cats and I wish them the best. It's just that I just know that they don't want no parts of Devin Haney.
Right.
They ain't gonna get a victory against them. But other than that, I like both of them cats.
And they legacy fights too. And we gotta look at it. I always use Floyd, because right now Floyd is he's in between, right? The young upcoming generation know who Floyd is, and the older generation know who Floyd is, right? So he's smack dead in the middle, and he's the most identifiable. So I always use Floyd. And we got to look at it. It's not a point of him being able to wash Tank or Shakur, is beating them. Floyd struggled with Madonna, but 100%. Then he arguably didn't even give Pacquiao a round. Canelo didn't even win a round. And nobody
Canelo either.
Right. And nobody gonna mistake them as not being better than Marcos Madonna. So
you just made the perfect analogy.
Right.
That was perfect. You just said it. You just said it the best. Madonna gave him a harder fight than both. So he did a rematch with Madonna just to show people, dang, that fight was kind of hard. I got to set myself apart. Let me beat him easier this time. He didn't need one with Canelo. He beat him easy.
Right. Daniel Stanley said in the super chat, salute Daniel Stanley. He said, Devin versus Adrian Broner. Let's make that fight happen.
I mean, maybe in the future, maybe in the future it can happen. Listen, Devin man. Devin don't pump fake, and Devin is not clout chasing. When Dev say he want these fights, I'm there to see him and his dad that run the business, Bill Haney. I'm there to see him calling Eddie and saying, Eddie, can you call this guy? Can we get this fight, get that fight? And Eddie would get back to him, and he said, man, these guys don't want to fight. I'm sending them offers, and I'm trying to get in touch with their people for offers, but they don't really want to fight. They saying it on the internet, but they don't really want these fights.
Right.
So he want the big fights. Like, yeah, him and AD would be a huge fight. And that's my boy from Ohio, Adrian Broner, but it's all business. That'll be a mega fight at 140.
Torrey Hawkness in the super chat. Salute my brother Torrey Hawkness. He says, salute, Blue. I have Devin over all the young bulls coming up from 130 to 140 until Shakur gets there, and that's the 50-50 fight. Shout out to my brother Mickey Bay.
What's up? Shout out to you, Torrey. You sound like boxing. You sound like boxing. Dev is the best young cat coming up, and this is what people don't realize, man. Dev was the last time people saw Dev, he was 20. Come on, man. Realistically, he's still a kid.
Right.
So just imagine as each year go by, man, it's gonna get more and more dangerous.
Right. My brother Kurt Anderson, he's usually my co-host. Kurt Anderson, he a historian.
Oh, okay. What's up, Curtis?
he said Floyd had a bunch of hard fights early in his career.
Yeah, he did. He did. Because, you know, you get smarter, you get more experience. And that's really what our key is for Devin is I think he's more advanced than Floyd was at his age. And that ain't saying nothing. You know, Floyd is Floyd. So Dev, you know, I think he's gonna win his fights easier at this stage. You know, thanks to guys like Floyd that we got to watch and see what to do to make the transition and make the changes to make his fights easier.
So let me ask you this question. Seeing as though Devin is so young, right? We know he naturally going to come into his mainstream. Do y'all work on strength, or you just naturally let it come, or you touch on it?
Yeah, he work on stuff to get his strength. You know, he does his exercise and stuff for that. And but it's really naturally even coming better. Like I can feel it. I'm like, dang, like whoever even don't say that this cat can't punch because I'm the one that's feeling it. So I'm like, man, I can feel it in my shoulders, and when he hit me in the body through the big body thing, I'm feeling it. And I'm like, nah, this cat is getting strong. I'm talking about he got a different kind of power, like a kind of like a Ray Leonard. He got that snap, that sharp, snappy power. Like,
Right.
but yeah, man, it's vicious. People gonna see in this next fight.
Now, you also, my brother OBJ, official Black Justice, he said Devin Haney isn't touching Gary Russell Jr.
Man, come on, Gary. Is that you? Is that you or one of your brothers? That's his name, OBJ, official Black Justice. That got to be one of y'all in the family, man. Come on. That got to be one of them. Listen, Gary's real nice. Gary's a real good fighter. But listen, man, we can't put him and Devin Haney in the same ring together.
What you think is with that fight would be Gary's advantage and Devin's advantage?
Gary don't got one advantage. That's just being real. His only advantage is that he don't got nothing to lose. Because if he he was too small, he jumped up in weight, at least he did it.
Right.
Devin got every advantage. Speed, power. Well, I say experience for Gary. That's it. But that wouldn't even come into play because he's a featherweight. But he doing some great self-promoting, you know, for people to even to be talking about it. He did something great.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. We heard Floyd say he never watched film or other boxers because they could change.
Right.
They could change in the ring. Is that something you believe in as well, and that's something you and Dev work on, or you watch the film and he just
I'd rather watch it. Yup, Dev might take a glance, like okay, he take a glance, but yeah, I watch him. I prefer to watch him, you know, versus Dev because Dev is the kind of fighter that we can put a blank canvas on the ground and he just gonna make a beautiful paint. So when you overthink and all of that, Dev not the kind of fighter that needs to do that. He can adapt to whatever somebody brings. He can adapt on the fly. Like I haven't seen Dev lose a sparring round, and I've been seeing him spar for years. I haven't seen him lose a round. He definitely ain't lose a round since we've been working together. He ain't even have a close round. He broke dudes' noses and everything.
Wow.
Recently.
Wow.
Dude, I was way heavier than him. He been punishing cats.
So Sleepy Sleep said Gary Faster has more experience than Dev.
He got more experience, but come on, man. Y'all gotta be playing or even talking about this match. Like, you know, just put Gary in there with the featherweights, like in the, you know, at least 130. Let's do that. Like he ain't even, you know, he ain't ready for Dev. Like, come on, man. Let's come with some, you know, we gotta come with some better matches for Dev.
Now, I say this, right? When it comes to Terence Crawford. After Terence Crawford became undisputed at junior welterweight when he beat Indongo, remember he got out the ring and he said to Andre Ward, he said, now I'm the pound for pound king of boxing. And I say the thing about Terence Crawford today's time, because he got upset with me for saying that he got to fight better opposition. But my stance is heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you're going to be the pound for pound king, like Floyd Mayweather he couldn't just fight any and everybody. Everybody gave him slack for fighting Marquez, who was top 5 pound for pound boxer. But Marquez is too small. But Marquez was bigger than Pacquiao, but that's the fight everybody was calling for.
And he knocked Pacquiao out and everything.
And even before the knockout, those 3 fights prior to that was all
could have went either way.
Yeah. But he was bigger than him. But when he fought Floyd, it was, he's just too small. But you want to see Floyd fight Pacquiao. So it's like, that's why I always say heavy is the head that bears the crown. If you're going to be in that position, then you got to understand that the fans don't want to see mismatches. I already see what your skill set is. I already know what you could do. We don't want to see you in there with mismatches. We want to see you in there with the best fights. Am I wrong when I say that regarding Terence Crawford?
No, and shout out to Terence. That's my boy. No, you're not, man. He's so good of a fighter that why would you want to see him? That's like saying that you want to see who want to see Golden State versus the Lakers. Imagine if you let them in. I'm talking about the Golden State right now without Steph Curry in them.
Right.
Would you rather them come in on the playoffs and play the Lakers? You're not going to want to see that.
Right.
Same thing with any other sport. Football, you don't want to see the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Like, no, we want to see Terrence with Errol Spence, Sean Porter, even Danny Garcia. He fight who's available, but I think the thing is that he got to make the fights kind of on his own and tell Top Rank, I want to fight this guy, and they put it together because PBC got all of the welterweights. So he probably gonna have to do what Lomachenko did when Lomachenko told Top Rank, "I'll go over and fight on PBC." He made it happen, and he fought Gary Russell on the PBC card. I think that's probably what's gonna come down to him and Keith Thurman. I've been hearing that they've been excellent fight.
Right.
I've been hearing that that's the fight that Terrence want. That's an excellent fight right there. I would definitely pay any amount of money for fights like that.
Now, Keith Thurman asked for $10 million, and they said that Terence Crawford and Bomac said that he priced himself out, asked for $10 million. But then in return, Bomac said that tell Al Heyman, he said Al Heyman don't have the money to pay for Keith Thurman, and we have the promoter. He said, and if that was the case, Al Heyman would have sent over a contract with a boatload of money. What you think about that?
I think they want to fight. It sounds like it to me. It sounds like Terrence and them want to do anything to make it happen. I'm not sure. Maybe Keith will. You know what? Terrence and Pacquiao will be a good one too.
Yeah, but that's another fight. Pacquiao is not going to fight this year.
Oh, he's not going to fight this year. Okay. Oh yeah. So you saying this year?
Right.
Why not? Why not keep Thurman? Shoot. Why wouldn't Keith want to take it? With Terrence, that gives you a chance to put you on top.
Well, no, Keith sent them the offer of the $10 million that he wants to fight, and they said that he priced himself out.
Yeah, that's possible. Fighters do that in boxing,
right? Or
maybe he just think it's going to be a big fight, and he think, I think that money is there for him. To be honest with you,
that's what I thought. My brother Kurt Anderson, he said, I prefer the lean athletic fighter like Jaron Ennis, Devin Haney. Look at the Robinsons, Leonards, and Ali's.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. Different fighters got different builds. But yeah, Devin Haney is lean, real athletic, great athlete all around. Like, I mean, he can do it all: basketball, football, track, swimming, everything. He just a great athlete.
Yeah. Now, what you think about Jaron Ennis?
Oh, he's a real good fighter from what I see. But that's another guy I like to see in some better matches. If he can fight. Like, honestly, man, like, I wish this was like the old days where he could step in with Terence Crawford. Because you never know.
He called out Terence Crawford too. He said that he'll outclass Terence Crawford, outbox, and outsmart Terence Crawford and Errol Spence.
Oh yeah, that's how he's supposed to feel. So I can't knock him for thinking that.
Right.
I like to see him in with some good, like some some veteran type fights, like some good. I like to see him in with some tough guys, like that's real good, like Ugas. The guy, the Cuban that fought Sean Porter.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see him fight Ugas. I would like to see him fight the one guy that can fight to me. They kind of, I don't know what happened with him now, but he fought Terrence, Benavidez, his brother.
Yeah, he retired now.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody of that caliber, I'd like to see him in there with.
Right. Yeah. They're going to think we playing this, man, because that's what I say every day. I want to see Jaron Anderson Ugas, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. I would pay to see that fight.
Ugas fight on Sunday.
Oh, good. I'm glad you told me. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he fight on Sunday against a dude named Ramos for the vacant WBA regular title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Pacquiao got moved up to the super WBA champ, and now Ugas will be the regular. Now, Sean Porter, I don't know if you know, Sean Porter, yesterday, the WBO announced that he is going to be in position to be the mandatory for Terence Crawford.
Oh, that's an excellent fight. I think their styles go together pretty good. We saw what Sean did with Errol Spence. Nobody expected that. So I like that match. Hopefully they make it. I'm sure Sean is a dog. He's a fighter. So I'm sure Terrence will. Let's make it happen.
How you see that fight playing out?
I see that fight. I think it could be a toss up. I think it's a real, that fight can go either way. It's a hard one for me because me and Sean grew up together.
Right.
We went to school together and everything in elementary.
Right.
And Terrence is my boy. We was actually roommates out here when he first turned pro. He lived with me in Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, yup. So, but honestly, man, now that you mentioned that need to be the fight that should be made. That'd be a great fight.
And that's another
excellent fight.
This is the reason why everybody is getting on Terence Crawford, because Sean Porter just recently said that he called Terence to make the fight, and Terence told him, I got other plans, so that fight ain't happening no time soon.
No, if no other fight happened, that should happen, man, because people will love that fight because Sean gonna bring that dog to him. Mm-hmm. We saw what Sean did with Errol Spence. Mm-hmm. I was in the front row and I couldn't believe it. Right. I'm like, man, he bringing it to Earl. Don't nobody bring it to Earl like this.
Right.
Usually they trying to move, and I never. And he did it all 12, man. That was a real good fight. I'm glad I went to that fight in person. Man, just make it happen. Terrence versus Sean Porter. That's a great fight.
Now you being close to Floyd, you can answer this or not. Is everybody, the rumors and the talk about Errol Spence and Floyd in training, and he blacked his eye and all of that. Is there any truth to that?
I mean, I was there with all the sessions. He gave Floyd some good work, mainly, at the beginning of the camp. Because, a lot of times Floyd, at the beginning of the camp, some guys kind of get with him. But I give Earl his props, man. He earned his respect, even from Floyd. Floyd gave him his respect. He landed some good stuff on Floyd. But as the camp went on, he wasn't really. It wasn't the same when the camp went on. Though once Floyd get all the way sharp, man, I don't really see him. When Floyd is on, it's hard to get that stuff through. But I give Earl his props because that was kind of early in his career, and that's what made me an Errol Spence fan. Once I seen he never folded with Floyd, no matter never for Floyd to break you,
right?
Floyd to break you in there, he break cats in sparring, and some of them dudes never the same in their whole career. So Earl was like, man, bring it every day. He like, man, I'm here. I ain't every day they spar. So that's what really made me a Spence fan when I saw that. But yeah, he did. He gave Floyd some real trouble, mainly at the beginning of the camp. He definitely did.
And is it true that Floyd just when he's sparring, he just like to sit in the pocket? He just want to be a dog.
He sparred different than he fight for sure.
Right.
He beat on cats when he sparred. I just seen him you could put a camera in the gym on Showtime when he sparred. You probably like it better than his fights, to be honest. His
Wow.
sparring match is better than his fights, like action wise, unless you put the right opponent in with Floyd. Like Floyd gonna get the victory the best way it need to be done. Like he don't care what the people say or think. He want to win the easiest possible. You got to put him in with a Maidana or Cotto or somebody with the right style to give him that fight, or he just gonna blow you out. He not finna think about whether the fans happy or not. But yeah, when Floyd spar, he'd stop you in sparring. Like he'd go to you. Like he don't. But I didn't see him beat the murder dudes in sparring and like ruin. I didn't see him ruin over 10 guys' career.
Wow.
Prospects. Like I'm telling, I didn't see him like punish dudes where they wasn't never the same no more.
Wow. Now, Terence Crawford, do you think he is the best fighter in the world right now?
I think he's one. It's hard to say that he the best. Like but if you know, you could say that if I can't argue against it, but I think it's a circle of guys that I would say is the best. Like, you know, I would have to name like, you know, multiple in a circle of guys that I think is the best because that's an arguable statement. Like, but I can't argue against it though.
Right. When it
Yeah.
comes to him and Earl, that's the biggest fight in boxing. How do you see that playing out? You seen both?
Listen, man, you know, hopefully Earl's the same, you know, from that accident.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get past Danny. Danny ain't nothing to play with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Danny got some thunder in them hands, like, you know, and he's an overachiever.
Right.
Danny overachieved a lot of fights in his career. So saying that he the same and he beat Danny, man, that to me, I would put that the #1 fight in boxing right now. If he come back and he exactly the same as he was like before the accident, him and Terence Crawford, to me, if I had to put any one fight to put on pay-per-view, I would say do that one. That's the best fight in boxing.
Mm. And how would you see it playing out? But before you get that, my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens, he said, great interview, my brother. This is Boxing Talk. Salute to my brother, Reggie Owens.
Oh, yeah. Salute, Reggie.
How would you see that playing out?
Dang, man.
Well, before you get to that, how you see Errol and Danny playing out before we put the carriage before the horse?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because I don't know if he the same Earl that he always been in. I think he probably beat Danny. He'd beat Danny, but by Danny taking the fight, did he hear something? Because he didn't seem like he wanted to fight him before.
Right.
You know, people get the inside scoop. I'm just hoping that it's not the case. Like to where, you know, I'm hoping that Earl. I care about his safety. Earl's, you know, he a good dude. He's young. He got kids in the family, so I'm hoping he just not getting in there, you know, knowing that he shouldn't be because he's so much of a warrior and a dog. I'm just hoping that his health is the same. You know, if his health is the same, I don't think Danny got a chance against Spence. And I like Danny. You know, Danny is a beast too, but I don't see him beating Spence if he's the same.
Right. And then how you see if Errol is the same with Bud?
Man, that's like a coin toss fight. Man, that's like that'd be like back in the day when Tommy Hearn fought Leonard, saying who will win that fight.
Right.
They both never lost. They both got the heart, the grit. To me, that fight would be so close. It'd boil down to who better on that night. Because people don't realize no different than the NBA, NFL. Tom Brady can have a game off.
Right.
Difference with boxing is no timeout and there's no substitution. So I think that man, whoever wake up on the right side of the bed and is sharper on that night and win that fight. That's how close that one is to me.
Now let me ask you. Let's go back down to Dev division. We got that Lomachenko Teofimo fight. Is October 17th. How you see that playing out?
That's another great fight, man. Now that's one I pay for. I give Lomachenko the edge, you know, but I would rather see Teofimo win because he's younger. Him and Devin could be a huge fight. So I would rather see Teofimo win, but I give Lomachenko like a 60-40 edge, 65-35 edge. I got him winning the fight.
Yeah, see,
I don't think he'd catch up to Lomachenko.
No, you don't think so?
Nah, I think that he might lay some thunder on him. But if he hurt Lomachenko, he probably finish him.
Right. Because see, what I saw when I saw him get hurt by Luke Campbell, and he wasn't able, to Luke Campbell just wasn't able to close the show. But I said to myself, Luke Campbell's slower, not as athletic, and don't have as much power as Teofimo. If Teo gets him, and Luke Campbell hurt him 3 times in that fight, if Teo could catch him in that position, he'll close the show.
Honestly, if he got the right game plan and he could follow it, he got a shot. But Lomachenko, man, is he a master in that ring. I ain't taking nothing away from that cat. Like, man, that dude, listen, that dude is a great fighter. Like, I'll put him in the category of great.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah, he a great fighter. You got good fighters, but it's only handfuls that's great. He's a great fighter, win, lose, or draw, just what he can do in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that he can do is like, you can't teach a dude to do that stuff that he can do in the ring. Like but Teofimo got explosive power, and he knocked out Comey. Richard Comey is a dog. Richard Comey is a dog. Like,
yeah, he's a tough out.
He knocked him out. So, man, yeah, he got to hurt Lomachenko to win, though, in my opinion. He won't outbox him.
Salute to my brother Lamar Davis. He said, 2 kings. Thank
What's
you.
What's up, Chan? Hey, I'm doing this podcast. I hit you when I'm done, all right? On Blue Blood Sports. All right. That was my other young champion, man, Darren Cunningham, Animal. Yeah. And the Devin best friends. Oh, man, he the truth. Super bantamweight. He'd be between super bantamweight. He'd be a featherweight one day, too. Animal. Real slick.
Lamar Davis said, 2 kings. Thank you for this knowledge and networking.
Oh, man, we appreciate you, man. Y'all keep on sending that bread in. He earned it, man. He one of the best to do it in the business.
Man, I appreciate you, King. Now let me ask you this question, right? Another fight, Tank and Leo Santa Cruz.
It's Tank. I see him stopping Santa Cruz. Mm. But long as he don't have problem with that weight, like, I'm not understanding why it's 2 belts on the line. Like, what does that mean? Is it a catch weight? That's different. I know Sugar Ray Leonard did it back in the day when he fought Donnie Lalonde. They fought at, I think, middleweight and super middleweight belts. So I haven't seen that happen in a long time. But if Tank don't have problem making his weight, I think he'd beat Santa Cruz hands down. But it's still a good fight because Santa Cruz is going to bring it to him. And now bringing it to him ain't a good thing. Mm-hmm. You bringing it to a dude that can punch, that's explosive. You bringing him, like, come on, you bringing food to the dinner table, huh? Right. When you do that with a guy like him, he gonna eat it. He gonna eat the food. So, right. I mean, that's kind of dangerous.
You're playing into his hand.
Playing into his hands, like you fight that way with Tank. I mean, unless if you're not a bigger guy, it's not really gonna work. Right. So I don't see him beating Tank.
Now, without giving too much away, how would you, if Lomachenko did win the fight, and they did give Devin the opportunity, what's the approach for that?
Man, listen, I'm gonna put it to you like this: the opportunity was there. Dev purposely went in the WBC rankings as the mandatory. They made. Now, this is where I got it. And I just told you, I'm a Lomachenko fan. This is where I got to get it, Lomachenko, though. Why did you let them put you the franchise champion? You could have fought Devin. He was your mandatory. Mm-hmm. Did you see what I know? I ain't going to say that you see what I see because I know. Right. I trained him. So you saw what I know. Right. You seen the speed. He can adapt. He got confidence. He young. He only getting better. He getting stronger. I don't think either him or Top Rank didn't want to fight. That's the only way they would have said yes, elevate him to the franchise champion. And me being his promoter, I can't blame him because Dev would have took the throne.
And that's the thing. The WBC, they said that Lomachenko, Top Rank, came to them and petitioned to be franchise in order to not have to honor the mandatory challenge in Dev.
You see what I'm saying? So these are facts. People got to keep it real, man. I know. I just told y'all I like Lomachenko, excellent, great fighter. But listen, they avoided the fight, like, and they great promoters, Top Rank. They've been the greatest promotional company for the longest in history.
Mm-hmm.
But by that being said, y'all obviously knew this not the fight that we want. They got the best matchmakers in the game. Let's not fight Devin, man. This cat really wants this. Dev wanted the history of knowing if I beat this cat, I'm gonna be in the pound for pound top 3 at 20 years old. Come on, that's what Dev wanted. We was training for him earlier this year. So I know that's the fight we wanted because literally I was training him to fight him. So it didn't happen and they avoided it.
Wow. Now another guy, which is one of my favorite guys coming up, man, that you was training recently is Lorenzo Truck Simpson, man.
Man, I got to give credit where it's due, man. He a monster. Animal. He's a monster, man. Another excellent fighter, man. He is a great athlete. He trains hard. That dude is a beast. He's definitely up there with those names. Like when you mention the best young fighters in the sport, he's definitely in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, you brought it up, man. You know boxing. That's all I got to say. So whoever on Blue Blood, man, keep watching because, man, this cat knows boxing. Like genuinely and literally, it ain't about favoritism or none of that.
Right.
You know, I got to get credit where it's due, man. That cat Truck, yeah, he belong. His name belong in them top at the top. He can rumble, and he just turned 20. That cat can fight, and he's a heck of an athlete. Because Dev even told me that he was a good athlete. And if Dev said that, I know he meant it. Because Dev is not easy to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody want to run or work out against Dev. He got the records, like up his Snack.
Mm-hmm.
Snack then had the best athletes in the world in every sport. Dev hold the record.
Wow.
That just tell you something about him. He's a superb athlete. And he told me that Truck was real good and he was up there working out with him. So, you know, Truck he's a beast.
Now, before I let you go, man, because I done had you here for an hour.
Hey, listen, hey, man, however long you need me, I'm here.
Now, let me ask you, just give the people a couple of stories of you training with Floyd Sr.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a story. Well, a couple. Number one, he's so damn strict. This his slogan. It's my way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
When he say that, he mean it. I don't care who you are. I think De La Hoya he always said it, but he just said it recently. That's the only guy, and he said that Floyd Sr. was the best trainer that he ever worked with, and he worked with the greats. So a lot of people like to speak against it because they don't like Floyd Jr. or they don't like the Mayweathers personally, but Floyd Sr. is the best. Like I'm blessed to have learned from him. But man, that cat made me run in combat boots. He followed me behind the car playing James Brown. And if you slow down, he'd cut you out while you running.
Wow.
And he had me running backwards, side to side. Some secret I'm doing with Devin, so I can't get all of them up, but he can draw his ass off. He's an artist, literally.
Mm-hmm.
You go to his house, man, he got Elvis, he got Bruce Lee, he got Ali. They look identical. He could be a multi-millionaire painter if he wanted, but he won't sell his paintings. And he can rap, he can sing. James Brown is his favorite artist. So he that's his style. Like he got records and everything. He's a poet. So really, I would say that his blessing was he was an artist as a trainer. Like think about it. How did he make the mix? How did he make that up doing the mix? That just tell you right there. He got the whole world trying to copy him.
And could you just tell? I'm glad you said that. Could you just explain, like you explained to me? It's just not because what we see from the naked eye, it just looked like he,
Nah, man, listen,
it's a
it's
technique.
totally different. It's a technique, and it's something that it's the reason why Floyd Mayweather never lost. I tell you that. Like, it's a specific way of doing it. Like, no different than Customato had the peekaboo style. You could try to mimic that, but if you're not Teddy Atlas or Customato, you just copying from afar. Floyd Senior got it. It's a specific way to do it, and that's really why Devin Haney brought me in. That's one of the reasons I'm able to do it as well. But it's a specific way to do it. So you can't watch him on YouTube. It'll look pretty to the average fan, and yeah, it can help get your fighter better. But the way the Senior does it, nobody can do it like him. Roger did it good, which Senior trained Roger when he was younger, and they it's different, but it's the same and different at the same time. But Floyd Senior is the master, and for him to even make that up is like, how the heck did you even think of this? You took Waddell Williams, you took the Dale Williams, Eddie Futch, Tony Tucker teachings and put it into a mid routine. Only God, the creator, could have put that in your head and had you. And for him to be able to keep up, had the speed, it's a lot to it, man. You gotta, and we do it on the fly. It ain't no rehearse. It ain't no whatever I tell Devin to do is right there, like this, back to back to back to back. It ain't rehearse. Like, no, it's different every second. I tell Dad what to throw. I ain't gonna give it all away, but
Right.
even by me giving it away, you wouldn't get it if you didn't train with Senior. Floyd Jr. probably can't even do it from the training side because it's different doing it as a trainer. That's why I say I'm blessed to be able to do it from the training side, because everything I tell Dev is so much that he got to do and remember, and I got to be there and remember to be able to keep up with him. That's hard as hell in itself.
Candy Slim 501 said, "Can you speak to Dev opponents being better than what people think? Abdullah was a solid and Dev broke his eye. Santiago was 6 feet giant who Dev put down and took punches from. Moran was a KO of the year."
Man, look, shout out to your fans, man. You got some knowledgeable people that tune in on here.
That's a fact.
You got some knowledgeable people, man. So you just hit it on the nose, man. These guys was tough, man. Listen, Dad was fighting these cats at 17, 18, 19 years old. Like, who he's supposed to be fighting at that age? Really, you don't even want. Let me ask you this: put them in with Ryan Garcia. You think De La Hoya and them would do that? Nope.
Right.
Nope. Tell him, and we left a guy out. What's the guy from Mexico? Tough as hell. Me and Dad was talking about him the other day. Burgos, was it Burgos is his name?
What's his name?
Burgos. I forget his name because he from Mexico, ex-world champion.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
It might be Burgos if I'm mistaken. We were just talking about that fight the other day, and Dad was telling me how tough he was. And I said, man, that was a hell of a step up.
Burgos.
Burgos is an ex-champion, and he tried to take it to Devin. He wasn't there to lose. These cats wasn't there to lose. They want to beat Devin and become a millionaire. Man, whoever beat Devin is going to be an instant millionaire.
Right.
Dev don't have to fight these guys. He was only 18, 19. Dev last fight, he was 20. He just turned 21. He don't have to fight. If he wants to, he can milk it, and you couldn't complain. But, man, Dev literally wanted to fight Lomachenko. So he could say, I'm the first guy since like a Mike Tyson to do something like this at that age.
Right.
And Mike Tyson still didn't beat the caliber. I mean, beat Lomachenko would have broke a record. That'd be compared to me to like when Leon Spinks probably. Well, Ali wasn't in his prime really.
When Floyd beat Hernandez.
No, because I can't say that because Lomachenko is way better than. Rest in peace. He was a beast, but he's better than Gennaro when Floyd fought.
Right.
You know, Floyd didn't fight him at his. He was great, but Lomachenko was like. That's like Floyd fighting Pacquiao, but Devin doing it at 20. Like, that's just a whole nother animal right there.
Now somebody else Ryan Garcia. He got in the ring with Ryan Garcia. They just seem not to want to make this fight with Dev. But how do you see a fight? First of all, Ryan Garcia is fighting Luke Campbell. How you see that fight playing out? And then how you see Dev matching up with Ryan Garcia? Because I think
Dev will stop him. Dev will stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna say that with him. I didn't say that with, with Shakur and the other guys, because I know Devin to win, but hands down, I'm betting the under. If I'm a better, I'm betting the knockout. If Dev fight Ryan, but his trainer even said it. His trainer said he's a good fighter, but we need time. He need a lot more fights. And then we'll fight these guys. There's nothing wrong with that. I want him to develop, and I hope that he get past Luke, because to me, that's a 50-50 fight. Like, that's a coin toss. I don't know if he can beat Luke.
Now, let me ask you. Tank is saying that he don't want to fight Dev. He don't want to fight Gary Russell, too small. He said he don't want to fight.
Wait, who said that?
This is what Tank said.
Tank said he don't want to fight Devin?
Yeah, he said he don't want to fight Devin because Devin's just clout chasing. He said he don't want to fight Gary Russell because Gary Russell is too small. He don't want to fight Vasyl Lomachenko because Vasyl Lomachenko fight have to build up, maybe 2022. This is what he said on the last. He was on the.
You got to be kidding me. He said it's out his own mouth. I'm surprised that Tank said that.
Yeah, he said he was on last stand podcast with Brian Custer yesterday.
Oh man, you kidding me?
Yeah, he said that making weight, this making weight, his life and his career making weight for this fight depends on him making weight for this fight. And Brian Custer asked him about fighting, Devin Haney, all these different guys, and this is what he had to say. And he said that.
Gotta be kidding me.
But he wants to fight Ryan Garcia next. So how you think that fight play out?
Oh, he'll stop Ryan, in my opinion. I think he'll stop Ryan, but man, dang, so he don't want no smoke with the champ. He don't want no smoke with Devin. He don't want to fight Lomachenko. That's kind of like, I don't know. I think that's one of the cons of Floyd. The way Floyd kind of did late in his career, like not wanting to, not saying that he wouldn't have beat certain fighters, but I think that's like you said when you asked me the difference, and I said Mayweather was more the businessman. I think these young guys are trying to be too much of Money Mayweather instead of Pretty Boy first. Floyd was Pretty Boy first. Don't duck these fights, man. Like, Tank, you good enough. You could be a legend. Like, go ahead and fight Lomachenko. Like, man, you imagine you beat him, you and Devin to be high up in the 8 figures. Like, why don't you want these fights? Like, I mean, I don't understand it. I'm surprised that he said that out of his own mouth.
Yeah, that's what he said on last stand.
Maybe Floyd told him to say it. I don't know. Who knows?
Now, when he said that Devin is he called him a baby clout chasing or something like that. He said Devin is clout chasing. So Dev said that okay, well, if I'm clout chasing, then call my bluff and send the contract.
1,000%. Listen, if Dev was clout chasing, he would have said personal stuff. He didn't talk about his family. He didn't say this and that. He said he wanted to fight. So what's clout chasing about that? If Dev want to fight, Dev know that he can win the fight. That's just the fight that Dev want. Like, Dev want to break records. Like I told you, Dev want to break Floyd's record. Like, I mean, he don't want to be second to nobody. And it's just real and it's genuine. Like, Dev is just a different breed, especially at his age. I'm comfortable putting him in there with anybody.
Right.
Usually you want to hold a 21-year-old back and let him develop for some more years.
Right.
Like Ryan, if I was his trainer, I would say, man, just wait 2-3 years.
Right.
With Dev, man, I close my eyes. You could put a bunch of names in the hat, ball it up, throw it in the hat, and I'll pick a name and say, this is his opponent.
Right. See that? My brother KP from KC5, he said, I want to see Devin versus Virgil Hunter's fighter Barrios at 140.
Oh, that'd be a good fight. Maybe when he go up in the near future, that could be a good fight to be made. But Barrios is tough. I've seen him. Dev will box his socks off, but it's still it's a good fight on paper.
Now, my brother Matthew Valentine, he clearly a big Tank fan. So he said, why don't you keep it real, boo? Tank is saying what Floyd told him to say.
But hold on, but answer this, Matthew. Do you agree with that? Do you want to hear that as a fan that I don't want to fight these guys? Come on. Imagine if you can't do this in no other sport, football, basketball. To win the championship, you gotta beat the Lakers, gotta go through the Clippers. Ain't no going around the Clippers and saying, oh, I want to play this team or that team. Listen, and that's what make Devin Haney different to me, and what I can see in guys like Shakur Stevens. They want to fight the best. Like Dev want to fight Tank. He want to fight Lomachenko. Tank got the skills and the ability, so why not? Maybe it is Floyd saying it, but that don't make it right.
Right.
See, this is what people make the mistake at. Floyd is an excellent fighter. That don't mean that he a great promoter or a great trainer.
Right.
Keep him in. Floyd is an excellent fighter. But when it comes to all the other stuff, your advice for other people, I've been under Mayweather for a long time. So I admire him as a great fighter. Outside of that, Floyd is wrong a lot. So let's not make Floyd word to be like he can't be wrong. He's wrong if he did say that.
Right. And they're gonna think we rehearsed this, man, because I say the same stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, no, we just both, man, we both spit the real. That's all it is.
I say this all the time, man. They're gonna think we rehearsed this. I said, listen, it doesn't matter. That don't make it right. And
it
just
don't make it right, man.
Right. And
Floyd is wrong if he said that point blank.
Right. And so my thing is, you can be a fan. You got to be a fan of the sport of boxing first.
Boxing first. You got to keep it real.
Right. My brother TK React said lightweight division is loaded right now. Haven't been this loaded in a while.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It is, man. That's why I want these guys to fight, though, because some of these fights not going to happen right now. They might happen at 140 because, Devin is young. Devin is growing. Teofimo is growing. Ryan Garcia is growing. So some of these fights might happen sooner or later, but Devin Haney wants the fights now. I take my hat off to Teofimo for fighting Lomachenko. Let's just pray that this COVID stuff don't knock out a lot of these good fights. That's what people forget about. Man, let's hope the COVID thing don't cancel some of these fights.
Right. My brother Exposaholic, he said Shakur beats Devin easy.
Easy. I mean, hey, you a Shakur fan, that's what make big fights. Maybe one day in the future, maybe I need to jot your name down so we could bet each other. But yeah, I like Shakur easy piece, but nah, ain't nobody in the world to beat Devin easy. Terence Crawford wouldn't beat Devin easy. And he a world, like, and I, and that's a coin toss to me. But we ain't even gonna get on that shit. We gonna let Devin, grow into grow his way up and take his time. But nah, ain't nothing easy. You can't put nothing easy when his name is in the equation.
Mr. Mon said Devin, Shakur, Jerron Ennis are three guys whose defense is so good that they rarely get hit. Does Devin have the granite chin like Floyd?
Yeah, 100%. Dad been in the ring with some guys that can punch. He been getting tested out since a kid. I put him in with some tough guys in sparring. Sometimes 2-3 guys in one day, and I tell them, go at him. Let me see how many times you can hit him. Y'all dudes to get a tip. If y'all can land some leather on him, y'all to get a tip for, So Dev got a great chin, man. He got it all. But he remind me of a young Ray Leonard. He got his own style, but that's who you remind me the most of. Like, but he's his own man. We ain't trying to be like Leonard, other than his accolades, of course. But something about him, man, that meanness and good offense and defense. I think he got that same kind of flair.
Victor Tyrone said Devin. He said, "Who is Devin Ford?" So he trying to say he didn't fight nobody.
Well, this what you forget. Devin he haven't fought since he was 20. So who do y'all expect to be on this list already? But one of the fans just named the list that knows boxing because he just named a whole 4 or 5 guys now.
Right.
Tell me, who did anybody fight? Who did Floyd fight at 20?
Right.
Who did Floyd fight at 20?
But even that, this is
Who did
what
Ray Leonard fight at 20?
When I say that, when people say that today's time, I say, but who has any of these young dudes fight? If that's the case, who did Tank fight?
100%. Who
Right.
did he fight? And he's 4 or 5 years older than Devin.
Right. And we could say everybody that Shakur fought, Devin could beat. Everybody that Tank fought, Devin could beat, and vice versa. So until they mix it up with one another, we can't say that.
To me, Dev fought the best opposition out of all the young fighters. Who did Shakur fight?
Right.
We can say that about anybody. Shakur is excellent, but I don't knock none of them because I mean they young. Like who did Ray Leonard fight at that age? Who did Roy Jones fight at that age?
Right.
Get back to me, go see, and then get back to me. Floyd didn't fight nobody at that age like Devin fought. That's a fact.
Andre Webb said, "Where does the patience come from in boxers? Question mark. What age do they learn they might have to wait months or even a year to fight?"
I'm kind of trying to get what he really saying. Like,
I guess he said, "Where does the patience come from in boxers? What age do they learn they might have to wait for months?" I guess when they don't want to be rushed too fast. They want instant gratification.
Oh, well, it is patience. You gotta wait. And you can't fight hard fights back to back. Let's just be real. Like, no in no sport. On the flip side, I brought up other sports. The Lakers and Clippers don't play every game. So you do have to have patience and take you a fight like they did in the old days. I believe fighters should fight more, but for them to fight more, they can't fight hard opposition every single fight.
Right.
I think the fighters should fight at least 3 times a year, even the top fighters. Maybe 1 or 2 hard fights and then 1 mediocre fight that'd be good for the fans.
Now we got my brother Tory Hawkness. He said, "Blue and Mickey, must I repeat, Dev beats them all except for Shakur, and that one is 50-50 because Shakur is technical. Will be decided in 10, 11, and 12.
I mean, I think it sounds like me and Blue got the same opinion, when it come to Devin. But that's an excellent fight. Shakur's an excellent fighter. If he, I think that's a fight that'd be done down the line. If they ever in the same weight class, that'd be an excellent fight. But like I say, man, Dev ain't, Dev gonna come out on top with whoever he fights.
Now, my brother Michael Breyer, he said Adrian Broner always have fought tough fights back to back.
No, not back to back. I give him his props though. He did have some tough fights, but who did he fight at 20? Yes, he has to go back to that. Dad was 20 last time he fought. Who did he fight at 20? And that's my man. But by the time Devin is 30 or 31, whatever Broner, I think he 30 around that age. Man, listen, his record is going to be impeccable. He's going to have more names on his record than Mayweather. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, because that's the goal.
Now, last question I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to let you get up out of here, champ. When you compare training with Floyd Sr. to training with Emmanuel Stewart, what was the biggest difference and takeaway?
Emmanuel's more about basics. He is more about basics, and Emmanuel loved punchers and knockouts. That's the takeaway with Emmanuel, man. He wants you to get a dude out of there. He don't like decisions. Emmanuel didn't like decisions, and with Senior, the main thing is he don't want you getting hit a lot. You'll get cussed out in the gym if you get hit. If you damn near get hit with a handful of punches, even in sparring, you getting cussed out. Is that the door? You can check. My bad. But
he was a perfectionist when it came to defense.
Boy, the perfectionist, man. Defense, punches sharp, endurance. But make no mistake about it, Floyd want to knock you out too.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to finish guys too. That's the wrong impression people got on Senior. Senior don't want you taking punishment, but he wants you to smash your cat. He wants you to get him out of there too. But with Emmanuel Stewart, he wants to knock out first. But he don't really care if you take some to give some.
Mm-hmm.
But he was real good technical. I learned some good stuff with him. Like a lot of the stuff you see in Tommy Hearns is what I learned a lot, because that was like his main pupil that you could say he did an excellent job with. As far as what he taught, I learned a lot of the things that you see Tommy Hearns do.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the biggest takeaway with him. Is things like that. Of course, a lot of it is secrets too, because I'm gonna be giving it to my guys. But that's the biggest takeaway: is a man want to knock his ass out. We don't care who he is.
Right.
Get him out of there. He don't care who it is. If it's Mayweather, man, we knocking Mayweather out. That's his. And Floyd thing is, man, listen, your ass better not be getting hit. You getting cussed out.
Right. And can you tell them how I thought it was interesting when you told me that Emmanuel was superstitious with the socks and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. Whoever seen me fight, you seen me with the short trunks. That's who I got it from. When I wear the short old school trunks, people made fun of me. Like, what's up with Mick with these trunks on his thighs? I got that from Emmanuel Stewart. Yeah, man. He likes certain socks he wants you to wear. Don't wear these shoes. Don't wear that color. Yeah, man. It was like that. Yeah, 100%. What to eat, what not to eat, what juice to drink that make you punch harder. Like, yeah, for real. He was like that. Definitely.
Wow, I remember you told me, he said even the socks, with these socks, you get the knockouts in these socks.
100%. But sometimes that's good for your fighters, man, because you got to give them an edge, and sometimes it's good for them to think like that, to get them that confidence boost.
Right. So Warrior Clash the Third, he said, can the boxing commission use a playoff system, bracketology with the ranking system to let these boxers battle it out? Losers go home like any given Sunday. All it takes is one punch.
Nah, I don't think the commission, they don't really have say so when it comes to the fights. The promoters that have to get together and do that, and that'll be like basically not speaking down on promoters at all, but I'm saying imagine having gangs. Like, you remember you had the gangs in the 90s, the Crips, the Bloods, imagine trying to put them together to take something out of their pocket. That's how they look at it. Like, hold on, why would I go over here and put the ball in their court when I can keep the playing field and put my two guys together, and it's a win-win for me. But I think they need to put something together as far as maybe y'all bid, and whoever come out with the highest bid, you get to promote the fight, and you make it fair to where both ends get to get paid. Like, I think it's more simpler that way. Or maybe they say, okay, we do a 2-fight deal. They get to fight twice, no matter the outcome of the fight. One fight you promote, one fight I promote. I think that'd probably be good.
Well, I appreciate you. All right, y'all, man. We had 1,100 people watching us, Mick. I'm going to let you get up out of here, champ. I had you for an hour and a half in here, man.
Oh, it's all good, man. We could do it anytime, man. You got some good fans. They ask some good questions. And they send some good donations, man. So anytime y'all want to do it again, let's do it.
Yes, sir. Now let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, I had an old Instagram. Now I got a new one. Mickey Bay Eternal is my new one. And that's really mine. People don't think it's mine, but it's new, and that's me. So you can follow me on there, and and follow Devin Haney and Darren Cunningham, my other young fighter, DC3. That's a beast that's coming up. And I got young Amari too, that's up under our roster, that's gonna be coming up too.
And where can they find Darren Cunningham?
Darren Cunningham the third. If you go on Devin's thing, I don't think he followed many people, so you can see both of the guys that I just named on there. But Darren is the truth. When I say the truth, ask Shakur. All of them good friends. But ask about Darren Cunningham the 30, 11-0. I just fought him last month in Mississippi.
And what weight class?
Real nice. Super bantamweight. Guarantee you can't nobody there beat him. Guaranteed. And
Wow.
he's real nice.
That's what's up.
Real nice.
We're gonna keep an eye on. We're gonna have to bring him on the show when you come on the show again.
Oh, 100%. Yup. That's who called me when I had to take the call.
Okay.
Yeah, he had called me. Yup.
Yeah, we're gonna set that up so we can bring him on too.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, anytime. Let me know. He'd do it anytime. So we're gonna get him. We're gonna get Devin. We're gonna get all of them. All of them will be on here soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So I appreciate you, champ, coming through and showing love, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yup, anytime.
All right, champ.
Okay.
All right, peace.
Yup.
Salute, man. So we had the champ on, Mickey Bay, man, trainer and champ, man. Salute to the brother, man. Salute to the king, man. So listen, we're gonna get up out of here because I know my brother BFTB Boxing coming on. Well, he should have been coming on at 5:30. So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. So salute, peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all 1000%. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue. How many likes we got, man? How many likes we got? King Poppy, salute. How many likes we got? Salute to all my peopleizations, man. I appreciate y'all 1000%, man. How many likes we got? Man, we should have at least 1,100 likes, man. A plus music, salute. Okay. Victor Max said we got 1.1. Salute. My brother Jeff, the producer, salute. Angry Jack, salute. Jermaine Johnson, my brother, salute. Farrell Robinson, salute. Eric R., my brother, salute. Derek Bailey, Nicholas McDowell, Ches 313, salute. C Cut, salute. Javon Freeman, all my peoples, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Let me get up out of here, man. My brother BFTB Boxing should be coming on right now. So go over to my brother BFTB Boxing. Go subscribe to BFTB Boxing. Go check him out right now. He should be coming on right now. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. My brother Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. The Historian, my brother, my co-host, will be back on next week, September 9th. He will be back on the show. So we're going to make it happen. So peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1000%. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back on again, and we're going to have on another special guest tomorrow. So peace and blessings to y'all. Peace.
Daddy.